come bagged my pumped milk with me to get ready to freeze. So we have 7 ounces that I just pumped this morning, and then we have 22 ounces that I pumped the last couple days. I am exclusively breastfeeding right now. I just pump once in the morning and then I freeze it to start a stash for when I go back to work in a few weeks. So I always store my milk in like between 2 to 4 ounce increments. So I already have my bags already labeled with the date and the amount that I'm going to use. Starting with the milk that I pumped this morning, I have about 7 ounces. So I'm going to do 1 bag with 3 ounces in it and 1 bag with 4 ounces. I do try and get all the air bubbles out when I put the milk into the bag, just by squeezing it to the top and then closing it. I don't get all the air bubbles out, but it's not going to hurt it to have a few in there. The main reason for doing that is to avoid freezer burn after you freeze the milk. Okay, so this is actually for formula, but I use it for breast milk, and I do mix it just to make sure the fat is all mixed in. After setting in the fridge, sometimes you can see like the fat separate. So I do mix it, and then I will go ahead and I'm going to use this cup to measure out how much I'm actually putting in the bags, because when you put the milk in the bags, it's very hard to tell how much it actually is. It's very inaccurate. So I'm gonna do this in increments of 4 ounces for 5 bags, and then 2 ounces for the last bag since I have 22 ounces. Okay, there's no way that I could pour, bag, and talk at the same time, so we're doing a voiceover instead. I quickly wanted to explain what the pitcher method is, since that is what I use. So every day, the milk that I pump that specific day, I keep in a little bottle until it is cold, and then I add it into the pitcher, so that at the end of 3 to 4 days when I go to bag it, all of the milk is in one pitcher and not in a million little bottles. So now I have these bags of milk ready to freeze. In terms of storing, I like to lay them as flat as possible. So in order to do that, I will lay a couple on top of each other and alternate the order that they are facing, as shown below. And that is how I bag and freeze my milk every 3 to 4-ish days, as someone who exclusively breastfeeds and just pumps once a day to start a stash.